Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Today I will share how to read CT scan of neck, sagittal view study, parotid gland, masseter muscle, parotid gland, sternocleidomastoid muscle, masseter muscle, sternocleidomastoid muscle, occipital artery, anterior scalene muscle, middle scalene muscle, posterior scalene muscle, levator scapulae muscle, trapezius muscle, sternocleidomastoid muscle, masseter muscle, occipital artery, sternocleidomastoid muscle, mandibular condyle, occipital bone, trapezius muscle, anterior scalene muscle, middle scalene muscle, posterior scalene muscle, levator scapulae muscle, trapezius muscle, occipital artery, sternocleidomastoid muscle, jugular vein, sternocleidomastoid muscle, anterior scalene muscle, middle scalene muscle, posterior scalene muscle, levator scapulae muscle, trapezius muscle, submandibular gland, occipital artery, external carotid artery, jugular vein, external carotid artery, submandibular gland, jugular vein, sternocleidomastoid muscle, internal carotid artery, occipital artery, bifurcation of carotid artery, submandibular gland, sternocleidomastoid muscle, jugular vein, facial artery, external carotid artery, internal carotid artery, ascending pharyngeal artery, common carotid artery, jugular vein, thyroid gland, sternocleidomastoid muscle, maxillary artery, facial artery, common carotid artery, thyroid gland, submandibular gland, vertebral artery B3 segment, sternocleidomastoid muscle, jugular vein, lingual artery, superior thyroid artery, thyroid gland, common carotid artery, sternocleidomastoid muscle, lingual artery, thyroid gland, common carotid artery, vertebral artery, lingual artery, vertebral artery, common carotid artery, vertebral artery, thyroid gland, common carotid artery, vertebral artery, anterior valley of digestive muscle, thyroid gland, lingual artery, vertebral artery before segment, thyroid gland, nasopharynx, oropharynx, hypopharynx, epiglottis, nasal cavity, inferior nasal concha, nasopharynx, oropharynx, hypopharynx, hyoid bone, thyroid gland, epiglottis, longitudinal muscle, transverse muscle, genioglossus muscle, nasopharynx, oropharynx, hypopharynx, supraglottic larynx, glottic larynx, subglottic larynx, thyroid gland, longitudinal muscle, transverse muscle, genioglossus muscle, longitudinal muscle, transverse muscle, genioglossus muscle, geniohyoid muscle, fasciole, cricoid cartilage, pharyngeal tonsil nasopharynx, base of tongue, lingual tonsil oropharynx. Oral cavity, base of tongue, hyoid bone, free epiglottic fat, suprahyoid epiglottis, infrahyoid epiglottis, clivus bone, cervical spine, thoracic spine, occipital bone, nasal cavity, nasopharynx, oropharynx, hypopharynx, hyoid bone, laryngeal ventricle, thyroid gland, anterior valley of digestive muscle, vertebral artery, sternocleidomastoid muscle, jugular vein, common carotid artery, vertebral artery, anterior valley of digestive muscle, common carotid artery, vertebral artery, jugular vein, submandibular gland, common carotid artery, jugular vein, sternocleidomastoid muscle, submandibular gland, stenoglossus muscle, common carotid artery, sternocleidomastoid muscle, jugular vein, submandibular gland, stenoglossus muscle, internal carotid artery, external carotid artery, sternocleidomastoid muscle, jugular vein, stenoglossus muscle, posterior valley of digestive muscle, lateral pterygoid muscle, medial pterygoid muscle, submandibular gland, sternocleidomastoid muscle, jugular vein, lateral pterygoid muscle, medial pterygoid muscle, posterior belly of digastric muscle, internal carotid artery, external carotid artery, external carotid artery, lateral pterygoid muscle, medial pterygoid muscle, trapezius muscle, sternocleidomastoid muscle, sternocleidomastoid muscle, anterior scalene muscle, middle scalene muscle, posterior scalene muscle, levator scapulae muscle, trapezius muscle, sternocleidomastoid muscle, anterior scalene muscle, middle scalene muscle, posterior scalene muscle, levator scapulae muscle, trapezius muscle, sternocleidomastoid muscle, anterior scalene muscle, middle scalene muscle, levator scapulae muscle, trapezius muscle, sternocleidomastoid muscle, sternocleidomastoid muscle, masseter muscle, parotid gland, mastoid ear cell, lungs base, parotid gland, parotid gland. Thank you. Allah Hafiz. If you want, you can hit the subscribe button to get new video update.